So there's so much going on. I mean, we got shootings, we got bad politics, we have corruption, government, police, individuals, school systems, you name it. And yet everybody's crying about, we're going to make a change. Time for a change. Things have got to stop. It's got to get better. How are you going to make changes if you don't even know what side of the line you stand on or what it is you represent? Sometimes, most times, all the time, you gotta take a breath, take a pause, look inward, and ask yourself, what is your contribution? What are you actually doing? Are you doing anything? So you need to know what it is you actually are in order to determine what it is you need to be. Are you effective? Are you affected? Are you infected? Or are you infectious or infective? Let me say that again. Are you effective, affected, infected, or infective? Now you can look those up and determine what is what, but let me make it easy for you. If you're effective, you're making something happen. Now the question is, what are you making happen? But if you're effective, you're actually doing something. If you're affected, then that means whatever is going on around you is affecting you and how you operate. It may be keeping you from being effective. It might be making you effective, but you have to determine if you're being motivated, affected, obstructed, or whatever it is that's in your atmosphere that's pushing you one way or another. You need to find out if it's actually happening, in which way you're being manipulated by it or others. And if you're infected, well, then that means the sickness has gotten to you. Infected that never carries a positive connotation. When we say infected, we start thinking about penicillin and all kinds of things, antibiotics, medicines, vaccines, viruses, sickness. It means you're carrying a sickness. And that might not be Webster's terms, but I'm just making it plain and simple. And if you're infected, now you have to ask yourself, are you infective? Or are you infectious? I would say you're not infectious. Because infectious, when we talk about diseases, means that, CDC says that it will make you sick. So if you're infectious, that means you can make other people. No, it doesn't mean you can. It means that you will make other people sick. But here's the thing. You can't by default be infectious, because that would mean that that's your default state. It means that you are a virus, what's the word I'm looking for? An intruding virus, an unstoppable virus. No man's unstoppable. No mindset is unstoppable. Because I'm not going to let you infect me. So therefore, you're infective, or you can be infective. Meaning that if I allow myself to drink your poison, then I'm going to get sick and be infected as well. So, again, you have to ask yourself, are you affected, infected, or infective? And I say, if you are effective, keep being so as long as it's in a positive manner, but seek to be effective on on a higher, deeper, broader level. There's so much we need to change, and we can't do it as individuals. We have to connect the dots. I love saying connect the dots, because it's just like a puzzle. You start connecting the dots, or a drawing. You start connecting the dots, and eventually you can see how everything comes together. You see the shapes coming together, whether it be a circle, a square, a star, whatever it is, but you see it coming together. And if you have enough dots, you can present a beautiful picture. Prime example, Samsung, 8K, 4K, 1080p, 1080i, high resolution video, movies, disc, Blu-ray. They're all pictures put together with dots that were connected from different colors. I say that again. Dots of different colors connected together to present to you a picture, a presentation, a movie. 4K, 8K. And that's why I love saying connect the dots. Because when you connect the dots, you can present, pull together, manufacture so many things. So if you are effective, keep being so. If you're affected, don't allow yourself to be affected in a negative manner. If you're affected by negativity, take that energy and affect some positivity onto the situation or onto other situations to offset that situation. Somebody's throwing shade your way. Don't allow shade to cover you. Let the shade keep going. And you spread positivity in a different manner by being the positive of yourself that you need to be to spread that energy somewhere else. And if God forbid you have gotten infected, cleanse yourself, cleanse your mind, cleanse your spirit, cleanse your heart, so that you can be free and clear of that infection. Sometimes we get infected because we don't necessarily allow the poison to enter us, but we harbor, we hold on to that energy, that negativity that's thrown our way. We hold on to it and we internalize it. And that internalization becomes a virus, a bacteria in itself, because we have to fight it internally. And just like when the body fights infection, how does it do that? It does that fever. We develop fever not because we got sick. The body develops the fever to burn out the sickness. So when we hold that sickness, we burn inside. And so therefore we end up poisoning ourselves, because the remnants of that burn leaves ash, like a burnt cigar, like a burnt cigarette, like a burnt campfire remnants. You're left with ash. But instead of it being outside, it's internal. And so now you're absorbing the toxins from that. So cleanse yourself. Don't hold that. Let it go. Sometimes you just have to let go of that negative thing in order to be the positive thing. Because if you keep trying to stifle it, trying to hold on to it and control it and make it positive, then you're just burning inside. And believe it or not, you'll feel it. And the last thing you really want to be is infective. Because now if you're that personality, now everything you come into contact with, you're not presenting a positive, good energy there. What you're presenting is the poison. You're bringing the poison Kool-Aid. You're Jim Jones. You're selling the negative spiel and saying, hey, drink this, it's gonna be all right. Drink this, it'll be fine. Don't be Jim Jones. Don't be infective. Don't even get to that point. And if you, by some chance, find yourself there, go back to number 3. Cleanse yourself. Free yourself. Because that's the only way you can cleanse yourself, is you have to free yourself from the negativity. So again, with everything that's going on, ask yourself, am I effective? Am I affected? Or am I infected? And if I'm infected, am I being effective? And when you answer those questions truly, then you can truly, together with others and on an individual level, make some changes. Thoughts from the basement.